Hi, this is Sally with Sally Cares, and just wanted to share a few comments about a question I get asked all the time. And that is, I'm, as a child, okay, in a family where you've got a parent that needs assistance and you're a caregiver, and you have siblings, and you're the only one doing the care, there is frequently a lot of anger and frustration, probably even more than anger, because you feel not seen maybe as the caregiver, and your siblings don't know how much effort you're putting into this, how much of your life you're putting on hold to take care of a parent or loved one, and they're not there. And they could be 3 blocks away or 3 states away. I don't know. So one of the things that I've heard from people, and I've lived it too, so there you are. But I think that one of the best ways to deal with that is to have a meeting, even if it's merged calls or FaceTime with everybody added to the call, and just say, okay, guys, here's what we need. Here's what mom or dad needs. Here's what I'm up against. So everybody pick a week, or pick a long weekend, or pick some time to promise that you'll come down and take over for however many days you can. Share it. Share the excitement. Share the energy. Share the experience. Maybe that's a good thing, because when you're not in the trenches and you're not doing the day-to-day, all of a sudden it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Well, you know what? It's all a big deal. It's all a big deal because you've got one or two siblings that are kind of riding herd over the whole process, and the rest of the siblings are missing in action. And so my thinking is that the only way this has ever gotten better, and sometimes it doesn't get better. Sometimes there's just one person in the family or two that will take that on as their role. They feel like they're gifted in that perspective. They may have some medical experience or whatever, but they're more comfortable because, like, I've had sisters who, when our father was sick, who would say, but I'm not giving dad a shower. No, no, no. Please don't make me do that. No, that's okay. I'm the guy who knows how to do all that, so I'll do that. But here's everything else you can do. So sometimes it's divvying up responsibilities. It's doing what somebody can be a good cook, and do the meals sometimes and bring them over if that's what it works. But join in and use that opportunity to support and love on each other and be the best you can be to maintain a good relationship, because what ultimately happens with this is feelings get hurt, communication falters, frustrations increase, and guess what happens when that person passes away and then we have to settle the estate? Oh my, that's when all the feelings come out. That's when everybody's hand is out and everybody feels that it's not fair because they weren't there to do their part. They were missing. They had an excuse. They had whatever, but I guarantee you, if it matters to you, don't make up an excuse, okay? Don't bother to make up an excuse, because it's going to fall on deaf ears to the person who's doing all the work. So my little suggestion is, don't let it get to that point. Just don't let it go there. Communicate with your siblings. Be aware of what's going on, what the needs are. And hey, for the people who have kids that live out west somewhere and they're all tied into their work, pay for a caregiver to come to the house to do the bathing. Novel idea, right? If you physically can't do the hands-on, but your sister needs help, hey, listen, this is what I'll do. I'll pay for that out of my own pocket. And then that's going to be my contribution. Believe me, it would be thoroughly appreciated. It's just a little creative, but thoroughly appreciated. So, and guess what? The outcome is your parent or whoever it is feels like everybody cares. But the most important thing is that everybody get along. Everybody understand what the needs are. Everybody understand what their role can be. And everybody realize that whatever they do to help solve these little puzzle pieces and put them all together is well appreciated. And then when the story moves on to heaven or moves out, you can, as a group, feel like you did a job well done. Okay? So, questions? I know this is always a sore spot. Comments? Rumor control? That's anyway, you just feel free to leave your comments below, like, share, and subscribe this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.